Well, specifically, we're talking, I need one more. Okay. Specifically, we're going to talk about ESO news, because that's what I play. But as for plans for the new Facebook page, oh, by the way, potato's open. Hit !potato in order to see, in order to enter PCNA, PCEU, 50,000 gold. I do this daily, so make sure you do it. Make sure you do it. If you don't, I can't give you monies. Well, I could, but that would be weird. All right. Nobody's on yet, so let's switch. Three platforms and nobody's watching yet. That's just great. So let's talk about what's going on. Let me get my notes up here. So we've got 4 ongoing contests. Let me delete this one. So we've got, today is what? The 30th. So the only thing left, aside from, hold on, is the time machine. Let me add this. PCEU Aetherius time machine, and that's November 29th. Okay. So there, we got 1 guild specific and 1 community contest left. So let's link those. There you go. Those are the only 2 contests that I'm aware of. Oh, it crashed for you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad it's back up because it was telling me that nobody cared. It's possible that it's my new multi-streaming. I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube as well. I'm not really sure how it's gonna work, but I finally got it to work because yesterday I couldn't get YouTube to work. But we have a bunch of contests, and today we're gonna look at the BMW entries because I have volunteered to be the judge. Wow. Good morning, MJ. Really? I wonder what happened. Because it never showed me crashing on my end, but that's totally believable. Let me just check something on Twitch. Because Twitch is stupid. I'm dancing for you, folks. I know you care. I kid. All right, video producer. Let's see how many times it broke up this morning. 48 seconds. You're absolutely right. It was up for 48 seconds and then crashed. Well, that's great. Well, we're back up now. Looks like we've been up for about 3 minutes. So I don't think it crashed. It is going to crash again. I hope. But anyway, hopefully you got to see those contests. If not, I'm going to link them again. Those are the ongoing contests that are currently existing. I can speak, really, I can. Now, it seems that J-Heart has a lot planned for this week. I got a mailer this morning telling me that. And it says that we have a big weekend on the 31st, which is not a contest, by the way, just a walkthrough of Halloweeny homes. I don't know if he had people like submit these homes or if he had a list himself, but knowing him, he probably had people submit them, which is odd because, like, I don't know. I don't think I ever saw him ask. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just came up with a list on his own. So that's tomorrow on Halloween. Then Also on Halloween, he's got trick-or-treating at 7 p.m. Eastern, and come to Shornhelm and Rivenspire to show off your Halloween costumes. You'll get treats if we can guess what you are. Mark Hearth on November 2nd. Just an update for those who care. Yeah, Potato's open. Go ahead and hit up Potato. 50,000 PCNA or PCU. Howdy, Warzone. So yeah, I'm underwater, as you can see. So what else is going on? So those are the events for Spicy. I think they're probably community events. I'm not sure. But I don't have any plans for tomorrow other than maybe a costume. Hey, Delisha. I'm underwater. I'm good. I gotta breathe somehow. Now, I know Aya asked me if I was willing to do a joint stream with her, but I don't know that I really even understand how at this point. I'm still learning. So I'm probably going to pass on that until I can do some testing and figure out how that could work. So you're probably just stuck with me tomorrow, unfortunately. Sorry to say. I'm starting to think about ways that I can give away prizes that are like real life mail prizes, but we'll see. You know, I'm thinking of getting some merchandise. Good morning. I'm thinking of getting some merchandise printed up like stickers, like potato stickers or stuff. I don't know. I'm no fun. There are, I think, multiple ways mail people potatoes. I could. That'd be costly shipping, though. There is actually a service that lets you mail people a potato. I swear to God. Mail a potato service. Hold on. Potatoparcel.com. It's a real thing. It really does it. Here you go. I'm not making it up. Morning, Blacksmith. You can upload your face to have your face on the potato, or just an image or words like congrats on the baby or Paul, you're being evicted. They just send a potato in the mail. Okay, whatever. That's awesome. So that is a real thing. Tell me. I know, right? Oh yeah, glitter bombs are evil. But a potato, but see, there's the thing. A potato isn't as mean, right? It's just random. It's totally bizarre, but it's not mean or anything. Like a glitter bomb, you'll never get all that shit up. There has been a slight delay when you hit potato lately. My bot has been slow, so if you notice a little bit of a lag between when you click potato and when it says you're in, don't panic. It can take up to like a minute, it looks like. I don't know why it's being so stupid. But it has been. So yeah, I mean, I could send people a potato in the mail, but what would you do with it? I guess you'd eat it. But would you really want a potato that somebody sent to you in the mail and eat it? I mean, like, wouldn't that be... I would be nervous that there would be something wrong with that potato. I don't know. Somebody hate me? Isn't it amazing? Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday! That's awesome. Aurelia, you've had the worst year. I'm hoping that the next one is better. I honestly do. You've had such a rough time. That is, I mean, you deserve much happiness. You do so much for the community, and you're just a good person. And kind. So yesterday, I know you guys, I told you I was going to the dentist, but they hit me up with, I had a Xanax before I went, and then they hit me up with laughing gas. Oh my God. Oh my Lord, was I loopy. I was loopy. Yeah, Hammy's birthday is tomorrow, so like all you almost Halloween babies. Super happy birthday to you all. Let me just mail this to myself and then we'll get on Big Me. Big Me! Okay, so we're gonna look at the BMW houses today. I do know that at least one of them is one I've seen before, so I'm not gonna drag you through it because I've seen it. I think I've shown it like twice. Spooky Children's! Why are there spooky children's? Because of the I keep calling pumpkins potatoes and potatoes pumpkins. Seasonal confusion. I'm telling you. All right. Big Me. In my witch costume. I know it's not very creative, but it's the easiest costume I could do. They are spooky babies. Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, really? You know, here's a little bit of a morbid story, and I can tell you this because my aunt probably wouldn't care. When I was like 10 or 11, my uncle died on Halloween coming home from a Halloween party. He had a massive heart attack. Didn't kill anyone when driving, thankfully, but had a massive heart attack and died. And my aunt was so creeped. I mean, she's a very religious person, so she was so creeped out by the fact that he died on Halloween that she lied to everyone and told them that he died on November 1st. Even had it printed on his funeral cards because she just couldn't handle the idea that he died on Halloween and not... I don't know what his death certificate says. Maybe she didn't lie on that. Maybe she just lied on the papers. But it's, yeah. Well, I mean, also November 1st is also, in some religions, it's All Saints Day, so it's not as bad. But, I mean, yeah, it's All Saints Day, and, the things, she told everyone it was November 1st. No, I don't know what the death certificate says. I think she just, for by papers, I mean the obituary. No, it's not morose. He was a real asshole, no offense, but he was just a terrible man. It was on the cards, the little, the cards they give out at a funeral. And it was on, let's go to a random real quick. And it was on the obituary and whatnot, but I don't know what his gravestone says. To be honest with you, I haven't seen it since... I mean, when you go bury somebody, the gravestone isn't usually done yet. It's done afterwards. So, they usually inscribe the second person if it's an existing stone afterwards. So I don't really know. Let's go to... It's Corundamon. Yeah, they really can. So, hopefully, get the update to MM if you have the newest one. It's worth it. All right, let's start here with Cybrina. Wait, no. See when you were open. The oldest one opened 3 days ago. Queequeg. Trinzia, Tulian. What are Trinzia? I don't know them. So no, I'm not terribly upset about that. I feel bad that I'm not, but I'm not. I have decided I like the new MM. There's been a couple of updates in the last 2 days because they're fixing small problems, hot fixing things. Oh, congrats. Nothing wrong with that. Some people love Halloween. It's like some people live for Halloween. It is fun for the whole family. All right. I'm gonna go to a potato until you guys change me. All right. Whoa, there it goes. Look at that, pulling all that history up. Isn't that beautiful? See, that's the new pulling history. The way that it works now, I didn't even have to do the E thing. It's doing it by itself, folks. This is pleasing. So I would upgrade to Charlocran's version and get the library, which is libhistoire, and it'll do it itself now. No more having to do it by hand. Okay, so it seems that Mr. Ellis has been here already, so we'll kind of not maybe go as deep as he does. Yep, if you get the new version, yeah, it will do it for you. You don't have to. In fact, it doesn't really let you do it. So somebody has a little pocket mammoth over here. You know, when I was young, I had all these ideas for themes for my wedding. And there's a couple of things. First of all, you have to have a lot of energy to get all of this done. Because there's just, you need the update to it, because the Philgo's version doesn't use it. So you need the 3.0 version, which is Charlocran's, and libhistoire, which is written by Siri, who does AGS. You need them both, and then it does it for you. They figured a workaround. So by working together, they figured out how to fix it. It solves the problems that we've been suffering from. I have like no energy, and I couldn't do it, honestly. Thank you. Switch filters. Okay, let's see. What can we do that's silly? Is Ula on? Ula's on, so I can do a new one. I like to do new ones for Ula because she likes new ones. I'm gonna be a kitty. Good morning, Moo Babino. Yes, give it a minute. It might even take up to an hour to go back to all of the history, but it will get it all, and then you don't have to do it anymore. It will do it for you. It's lovely. I'm so appreciative to especially Charlocran and obviously Siri, who does AGS. Siri personally, I don't know about Charlocran, but Siri certainly is a friggin' genius for doing all that they do, and I'm much appreciated. Planes going over. So I'm not really sure what's going on in here, but this is very interesting. It's like a craft shop, caves, things closed off. I'm not sure what's going on. No, you can't. Not with the update I'm talking about. See, this is what happens if you try to do that with the update. Nothing. Nada. That's only if you are using the old version. I'm saying that now it's fixed with 3.0 and libhistoire. Philgo's version will still be broken, but in terms of you'll have to do that with Philgo's version, but you don't need to do that with Charlocran's version. It does it by itself, and it's fantastic. Yep. I think there was already a lib history, so libhistoire is probably just a way to get around, you know, calling it that and maybe making it French instead. This is fascinating. Look at this cave. Oh, where did he post them? In spicy? Oh, I agree. Oh, winners. Andromia, who's on right now. Congratulations. Zephyra and Eris the Pure. Congratulations to you three. And for anyone else who who did not win, I love you, and I'm happy to tour your homes. And don't feel bad because it's just one person's opinion. Look at the candles in the water. That's always been a big thing for me. Thank you. I like it. I also really like this. I have a thing about dangly lamps. No effects, so those are probably real torch bugs. Real. Well, I told you, Ula, I get the new ones for you every morning. I specifically look for new ones for you. That's how much I care about you. It's true, honestly. Okay, that's gorgeous. Wouldn't it though? I know, I should have come here at night, but I didn't know. This is really stunning, and it's like a little cove. Apparently, scuttle blooms eat onions. I don't buy it. Oh, it's okay. Goodness, you're allowed to not be here every day. So did I. I was telling everybody I had dental work, and I got, oh shoot, what tree is this again? This is the ancient banyan tree. I believe this is crown only. Look at this sucker. Isn't that beautiful? Upside down, so you have just the wood to go on. I got Xanax and because I'm so bad with the dentist. Oh. Oh, that's twisted. This is beautiful. I'm sorry if I haven't given it its proper attention. You know, I'll try to remember to come back here at night. Let me mark it so that I can see it at night. Trinzia. I wish... Didn't Cardi say he made it so you could leave a note on houses for yourself? I have not been able to figure... Whoa. I've not been able to figure out how to do that. Oh, no. Punch him in the face. Alright. Now let's look at the ones that I need to do for BMW judging. These may be ones you haven't seen before. I have not been working on my stuff. True story. Alright, so Tezza's Cold Harbor. Have we seen that? Let's see. There is? Where? I need it. I need it badly. I love you! Why am I blind? Why didn't I see that? Oh my lord. I'm so stupid. Why am I oblivious? Good lord. Add a note. Go back at night. Boom. Beautiful. Thank you. What a dummy I am. How did I never notice that? Alright, Tezza. La 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 la. I've been to her Halloween house 2 weeks ago, so we could do that offline. Scott Lord, we just looked at, I think yesterday? Saloon Girl. I knew that there was a way, but I really didn't figure out how. Okay, Saloon Girl, Strident. I knew that he had added it, but maybe I knew and then forgot. If this happens to me. This would not be a new thing for me to not know stuff. Alright. Derp. Derp. Okay. This is! Well, I like to think of you as friends, not necessarily... What is Stone Eagle Airy? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, 471 out of 700. I think. Out of 600, my bad. This is obviously Strident, which is not usually my favorite place, but wiggly broccoli! That already improves it greatly. Is somebody getting... person getting smushed. So if you want to do a Halloween house or something scary, don't forget that you can squish people with this. And then you can sit up here and have a nice view out. Oh, it looks like it's Dark Brotherhood. Uh-oh. We've got a sea monster rising out of the water, ready to eat your face. Which horse is this? Dwarven Warhorse. That thing is gorgeous. I don't recall ever... How could it be a Dwarven Warhorse? Aren't all the dwarves been dead for thousands of eras? I guess it just has Dwarven armor, is how it makes it a Dwarven Warhorse, but still, ooh, creepy. That seems kind of off to me. Sure, we can do that. I'll go pop over there as soon as we're done here. Sandbox, not really a sandbox, more of a sand garden. Graveyard. We got the spookies. Lots of spooky elements. Spooky. Nice view up here. I guess that's what the point of that was, is to have a nice view. So let's... I have no problem with that. I always like to build up so that you can enjoy a nice view. I think this is more than one nimbus. That seems too bright for just one nimbus. I think that's nimbi. Sorry, that was terrible. Heating up some soul stones. No, it is attached. That was just a trick of the eye. So, nice cozy interior. Wow, what a clever little... Okay, that is a really cute... Oh, you shouldn't block it. Should move these. That's a great way of doing a chandelier, but it's hard to get a good shot of it because of the problem with the... with these tabards in front of... Or, you know, whatchamacallit's in front of it. Tapestries. If you remove this tapestry so we can actually enjoy your beautiful shandy. Unusual. Very unusual. So yeah, definitely. You feel like you're got so much going on there, you don't want to miss out on it. Oh, that's pretty, putting that up like that. It isn't it, though, you know? It's rare to see anybody do, like, kind of a magical, unattached shandy like that, but it works. The spiral and the balls, and it just works. And so I'm impressed by it. We should show it off. Shelving, always pleasing. Nice bathroom in here. Oh, double mirror. Double mint. I don't know how many houses Saloon Girl has done. I've heard the name before. I've at least seen one of her homes before, so she's not a newbie. I think she's at least done a couple homes. Hey, Bones! Destiny. See, I remember some things. Very little, but I remember some things. A little map spread out. This is where the adventurer sits, has a glass of wine before bed. Very nice. All right, let's go to MJ's antiquarian. And give her some advice for whatchamabut for her antiquarian. Sure. I mean, I'm not out of things to see. Hi, Corona. I have plenty of things I can see today, but I'm happy to see it whenever you want me to. All right. So we're at 392, so you still got a bunch of space. Not a ton, but you've got a bunch. All right. Do you want to tell me what you're... Oh, is this a town? I see roofs. Yes, meow. I am kitty-like. So this is where you would have a fighting area. I see the beginning of town. Am I right? Is this the beginning of a town? Or something else? There's a lot going on in here. Beginnings of the placement of large structures. Placeholders? That's how I do it with drafts. I throw big placeholders in place, which would make perfect sense. All right, so we've closed off portions. We've got, oh, nice spot for those Azura statues. It will have married student housing. Okay. That would make some sense then. In the beginnings of the kitchen, we've got, that is a great use of the spigot. And you got the water thingy. Oh, that's different. That's quite unusual. I like that a lot, actually. I've never seen anybody do it like that. That looks really good. And it goes so perfectly with the oven, right? They are matching. I'm totally going to steal one of your things here and nom it. I also like the fact that you broke up the house a lot. That is a big thing for me. I think it makes houses much more interesting than just, you know, one big room. Library, which you would need, and also some archival objects. It does. It looks fantastic. I really do like that. We've got things to study. Plus books, of course. You're a pantry space. Hey, no limit. I'm kidding when I say that, by the way. I'm just being a silly. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. All right. So this, I'm assuming, is the teaching area, right? Let's go up. For a mage school, that is a super good move for where you put Azura stuff, rather. Wow, this is an impressive school. Oh, pretty! Sorry, easily amused. That is super pretty. And then we've got I would hide a flame or some other kind of light that isn't as easily visible as a salt lamp. Just because you're asking me for your opinion, for my opinion, I don't mind what you've done here, but if you want to make it look a little bit more realistic, I'd either use a small flame or something that's not easily identifiable. Also, I noticed you totally rechanged the floors here. Or added a floor, actually. We'll check out the room of the... Oh, I'll go back down after. Oh, pretty! Nicely done. Oh, you even put the... Oh, wow. You put the lady... Okay, so this is what my brain does. This is your brain on arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis, brain fog. I want to say lily pads. And what my brain says is ladybugs. Swear to God. That is exactly what my brain said to me. I look at this, the thing that comes to mind when you look at something, when you know what you're looking at, you think, lily pads normally, right? No, I look at it and I hear ladybugs. That's what my brain does. I hate my brain. I do like that you've added this second floor like this. I'm not sure that I've seen anyone actually do it like this before. And that's unique, and I like unique. Nimbus and a baby dragon. Baby Dargon. It's just such a bizarre thing to have happen all the time. It's just a, you know, the other one that I have a major problem with is food processor. I call it the microwave. I call it the machine. My brain just does not connect to that word, to those words. You know, I call it all sorts of other things. Look at all the different dirt work. Now, I'm curious what you use there. What did you use as dirt here? Is this the orcish blanket thingies? And this is obviously the crystals. This is that, whatever that was again. It looks like the orcish blankets. Yeah. So just this one has more of a gel for the mushy rooms to grow, which makes perfect sense. Putting together stuff. That's a good spot for that. And then what's up here? More bedrooms for singles, I'm assuming. All right, let's go back down and look at that room behind the door. I did notice it, by the way, because I know there's usually a bigger spot back here. But I wanted to go in order. Oh, nice handling of the door being stupidly shaped. Upside down hat beds. Ooh, is this the Dean's house? Upside down hat beds. What are hat beds? Oh, hay beds! Hay beds! Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Now I got it. I think it's a hay bed. Now I understand. Okay, yeah. All right. So, I think it's hay bed. That took me a minute. Okay, so what's your questions, if you have any, MJ, about what you want to know? If this is the only suggestion I have aside from the light thing that comes to mind is I feel like we're missing a classroom, like a bigger classroom. Water, fire, air, and earth. Okay, let me go look. Because they haven't obviously been built into that yet, so of course I'm not seeing them. So, smaller classrooms. Okay. I don't know if this is air or earth. This would be earth. Okay, earth. That makes sense. Air, because dragon and nimbus. And the floaty. Okay. Fire. This makes sense. Okay, so they're smaller lab room kind of. Okay, and water. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, I get it now. So there's no like school-wide lecture. It's all individual classes. Let me think. I think it'll be more identifiable when you have it isn't quite yet. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. The thing that will make it more identifiable, I think, is when you have like a lectern or a podium somewhere, and then the seats laid out with maybe some paper on the seats. You need to have a teacher spot and then the student spots, and then I would get it. Then I would understand it. So I do too. I think the elements will become so much more clear as you work on it. But that's definitely what I think you need. But once you do that, I think it'll be perfectly clear. If that makes any sense. I'll show you something real quick. I'll show you what I mean briefly. Don't say you have to do it like me, but it's just, that's the way I think that it's hard to, that's the way that, whatever. I don't have words or brains. It's just a good way to identify it. Yeah. So this is what I meant. Like, just have a lectern, and then if you have tables, people will know right away that it's a school. And that's all you need. I think otherwise, you're fine. Oh, this is a blackboard. If you want to steal this idea, that's okay too. If you like it. That's my eraser. That's my chalk. Then you could, I mean, I think you did fine. And this is my sort of lab. Maybe have tools in one of your labs. I don't know. But otherwise, I think you're right on track. Looks good. Everything's expensive right now. It'll go back down again when people lose interest. But right now, you know, with the new home and everything, people are still sort of interested. Wait, there. Mala! Hope that helps. Mala 1029. Cyrodilic. Okay, I have not been there. I hope that's helpful and not make you feel bad. I think it's a really good, I mean, it's very ambitious. Certainly more ambitious than mine. Mine, you know, I don't have the energy in me anymore to do ambitious. I give you so much credit for that. I'm so limited these days. And the ambitious builds usually end up being absolutely just jaw-dropping. So this is Mala's entry to the, oh, of course. I think it looks really good. Those were the only two suggestions I had, which were the, okay, I know you all saw this, but my girl Ula did not see me as a dragonfly, so she gets to see that. That totally cracks me up. I don't know why. So this is for Lula, because I got it yesterday and I used it, but I didn't realize you weren't on. So y'all have to see it again. All right. So we've got a very nice, yeah, and you know, it's very, yeah, they do. I think it's really creative that you added additional sub-themes to it, too. I like it, too. You know, it's not just, that's me making silly faces. It's not just one theme, school. You also have elements. You have other things going on in it, so it makes it more interesting. I certainly can, Keely. Let me finish looking at this one, and then I'll head over. Which one is it? I'm not sure what the wheat is behind the stockades. Does anyone get the history or the meaning of the wheat behind the stockades? I'm sure there's some reason to it that I'm just not getting. Maybe it's a, what's the word? Maybe it's a ritual. Okay. Alrighty then. Ooh, pretty. You think? What would they be? Like the wood or the twigs to get the fire started, you think? I've never seen anyone do this. The upside down Imperial Shrine. It's wild. That is a really interesting floor. Thanks, Ruby. I try. That's why I do it in the mornings. I tried doing it in the evenings. I have no energy by then. Definitely rites and other stuff going on in this house. I think it's a cult house, if I had to guess. And I'm guessing that you're right. There's either going to be burning at the stake or some other horrific thing going on. Alright, let's look at Keely's. Thieves Oasis. Now, Thieves Oasis... Oh, Thieves Oasi? I don't know if the plural is a huge house, so... We'll see how much of it left on. Itchy nose. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're in here. Or that's somebody animated. No, that's you. Okay. So you need to tell me what it is that you're looking to hear. Criticism, positive, negative, as much as I don't think really negatively, so it's hard for me. This looks like it's, at least not about housing and art. My brain is really, you know, anything you want to know, I should. Wow, somebody hasn't been here in a while. Looks like they were doing apple bobbing and it went bad. Corrective, okay. I will not be mean. I hate Banekin. They're perfect. That, you know, I mean, honestly, they creep me out, and that's why they're perfect for a Halloween build. The only reason why I hate them... This one's for you, Shitterbug. The open mouth thing gets me every time. Spooky. This tree freaks me out because of what it is. Just, it's so creepy looking. What I was trying to say is, I hate Banekin because they're creepy. So using them is really smart. I would add a little bit of a light here. Maybe it's just because the shadows are in the bad place right now, but it's hard to see your dead body there. But I would think maybe it's just the time of day that my shadows are unfortunate. Oases or oases? Who knew? Apparently you did. I really like the crisscrossy lamps. Alright, let's... Oh, is she casting? That's clever. That works. That's funny. Dobby creeps me out. Oh, so yeah, definitely. That's clever. Okay. That's the second time I've seen someone do it. It might have been you both times. But the Merkmeyer brazier shell upside down makes it look like all the wax is melted down, and then you put a candle underneath it, and it looks like it's, you know, still burning, but it's right near the end. Somebody has left here a while ago, and we have candles burning. A candle went out. That's a smart one. Another one just about to go out. And then we have all of the spider webs, because spiders can spin in a day. You know, they're absolutely able to spin in a day. I had it where, you know, where you've broken a spider web and then it's like back the next day. And you're like, ah! Go away. Ooh, spooky. That's a good one. That's good. And I like that you have smelly stuff over all the food and dead people. That is sending a message. You're telling a story. Over here as well. Everything went bad. Nobody's been here. It is? Thank you. What are you doing over there? Are you a lizard? I think I knew you were a lizard. You're looking good in that outfit. I love the top hat. Adorable. Ooh. Now this is a good placement. Do you really? They're adding new ones all the time, which is nice. I mean, I should be able to keep up with this. There's the spider. Look at that. Are we gonna find out how everybody died? Because that would be cool. I'm guessing everyone was poisoned. Because that girl is poisoned. Nicely done. The floors here are great. Skooma. Hey, if you're gonna go out and die, you might as well die with the skooma. Right? Ew. Gaming. Bedroom. Aw. Poor Argonian or kitty. One or the other. It has a tail. Oh, God. That one is really scary, actually. I would add a light in here somewhere. But that one is a really good scare. Of course it's the lusty Argonian maid. Of course it is. So, guessing by where you put the tree, the briar heart, I'm gonna guess, probably wrongly, that the briar heart is the cause. It poisoned all the water or something. I could be wrong. Oh, or maybe this thing is the cause, because somebody's pulling demons and shit out of Moloch Ball's chains. We've got a little mini dolmen going on over here. Wow, that tells the story right there, I think. What are you cooking in there? Is that a person or a heart? Poisons and potions and stuff. Mini dolmen. Hey, Kit Kavash. I think that if this is the explanation, this is a perfect explanation. I think that looks right. Unexpected dolmen is unexpected. I think that I've seen it all now. Okay, so this is gonna be a suggestion that you may hate, and you don't have to take it, honestly. It's just my opinion, and I realize that it may or may not be anyone's else's either. I kind of suspected, but I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't want to suggest that and sound rude, but I would do one of two things. One, I would move the dolmen over to where that tree is. Or, probably better than that, I would close off with trees or something this entire section. Because it's the punchline of the house is the dolmen, right? That's telling you what happened. You get to see all this stuff dying and dead or whatever. So the answer to it should be last, right? So it's either going to be over here, or you should close it off, because it distracts from, because I went over here thinking, okay, so this is the cause of it? Maybe that's just me. I could be completely wrong. But that would be one of two options. Now, I think doing it over the water might even look pretty sick. But in terms of leaving it the way it is because a magician's doing it in secret, I would close it off. That's just, you know, I know it's closing off the prettiest part of the house, but that's just, take it or leave it. You can leave it and not feel bad, but if you really want my opinion, that's what I would do. That's all. Otherwise, I think it's fantastic. You have some really, really cool tricks in here. And it gets across its story. I figured it out without any help. So I think it's perfect otherwise. That would be the only thing I'd change. I don't know. You have any other questions, or is that enough feedback? Because that's all I really got. Otherwise, I didn't see anything I didn't like. I didn't even not like that. It was just, this could be better kind of thing. I don't know. Don't hate me. Don't hate me because I'm not beautiful. I don't know, but... Alright, let's... There's a room in the very back. Oh, did I miss something? Like behind the tree? Let me check. Well, no, maybe this is it, does it? Where? Behind the tree? Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. I don't know how to get there. I'm a dummy. Yeah, I can't even figure out how to get there. You're next to it. Where are you? Oh, I see you. Oh, see, I still don't know this house too well. Okay. Okay, so this might be the mage's spot, because he's reading the Cold Harbor Compact. I'm not sure. But that works. It falls in with the rest of the house, I think. Okay, understood. You could give it spooky light. Spooky. Okay, let me go on to the next person's. We're going to do Lissa's exorcised, unless we've already done it. We have not. Lissa, 73. I don't know this person. And it'll be our first exorcised of the day, shockingly. Shocking! Oh, you're welcome. I hope I was helpful and didn't hurt any feelings, because that's always so hard for me. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm so happy it's Friday. I got pizza on Fridays. Friday is my pizza day. 292 out of 400, so we're more than half full. We've got Mists of the Hagfen for sure. Everybody... I think that she's still working on it. She said there was more light and stuff coming to that room, so I assume that that's gonna happen. I think she said it was in progress. I don't know. So this is like a raised garden over here. Maybe a cooking section. Ooh, we build up. Let's check that out in a bit. Graveyard. Excuse me. Fart stick. Lots of witchy stuff in here. Touches of red and orange throughout, which are nice. Ooh. What have we here? Oh, this is creepy. Maybe a necromancer's lair? Oh, well, thank you. I mean, because honestly, I have to really think to be able to be critical. Usually I'm just like, and this is the God's honest truth. I look at stuff and I'm just like, yay, I like this. I like housing. I don't really think, you know, this isn't good. But if I try, I can think, here, this could be better. Mainly, I think that way in terms of lighting. Just because it's like, somebody put in all this work into something. You want to be able to see it. So the light, oh, look at that head up there. That's funny. Very clever. I mean, because it's art. If it was somebody doing something technical, it might be different. But when it's art, it's art. You know, and it's somebody's opinion. Oh, no longer a bug. What shall I be? I'm not a bug anymore. Well, it's gonna be, whatchamacallit, Halloween soon, and then I won't be able to do these spooky ones, so let's get the spooky ones out of my system. No, I know, but I'm honestly not hiding anything. You know, I'm not repressing any thoughts. It's just, look at that thing just hanging from the tree. If I were repressing thoughts, I would feel bad. You know, that I'm not telling you something that I'm thinking. But I'm not. I just don't think, maybe I'm not the best person to ask for constructive criticism because I'm not really good at it. But I do my best. Kolos. Kolos, Angel, velothi. It's my philosophy gets in the way, you know? My philosophy of the same thing that makes me so joyful about housing, no matter what it looks like, is the same thing that makes me bad at constructive criticism. Because I'm joyful about art, period. So it's hard for me. Oh, okay. Thanks. As long as that makes sense. Alright. So I'm trying to think, is this a cape? No, they just lit the shield really with yellow. That's interesting. I don't know if they did it on purpose or not. Is there a yellow light hidden in there? Or is it just the reflection of this? What's really interesting is that it makes the shield look like it's glowing yellow. Like it stands out. Almost like he's got a cape on. I don't know if that was just dumb luck or if that was intentional, but it's pretty cool. Kitties by the door, as they should be. Cold Flame Atronach. I don't know why they made this book look so blurry. And then we have lots of clutter in here. What is this person working on other than Daedra? What are they doing? Are they embalming? You think? There could be enough chemicals in here for embalming. I might think. But they seem evil. Oh yeah, there's some evil going on. Unless it's an entire funeral home. Because you could have just a perfectly normal wake in here, right? No, I would never. I just don't think like that. I will tell you the truth. The only time I've ever thought that something was bad was when somebody didn't try and it was obvious that they didn't give a shit and they just sort of threw whatever in there. And that's very, very rare. I maybe seen it twice, maybe 3 times. But that was it. You know, even newbies with, you know, half full apartment buildings can be doing something nice if they're trying. So this is a lovely bedroom. Doesn't seem, what's the word, sinister? It seems nice. Although I see a Dabella, so maybe they're hiding their evil. No, I honestly don't know. I don't think this is evil. I'm beginning to think that this is just a normal funeral home with a lovely kitchen up top. And actually, I'm kind of dig it because it's such a total... Well, thank you. That's my intent because that's really what I see. It must be. This is like a waiting room in here. But you know what I love about this? It isn't your typical scary house. This blows my mind. This might actually get really high marks because I like the idea that you can be creepy. And here's, you know, an Argonian graveyard here. Oh, perfect. You can be creepy without being sinister evil. Instead, you've got creepy death creepy. That's a twist I haven't seen before, so I'm actually really impressed by this. This is a really good... I hope Kolo sees this because I'm actually really blown away by this. Very good job. I like the theme a lot. Very clever. Fayar's daggerfall. Now, I don't know if J Hart isn't streaming today because he put out that message that he's doing touring houses tomorrow. I don't know. I asked him and he didn't answer me. Okay, wait. Fayar. It's the creek, okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's different. I think what threw me at first were some of the Daedric books. Yeah, agreed, Shenzi, agreed. I've seen chapels, like non-sinister chapels, but this seemed like it was a literal funeral home because it had all the chemicals in that one room, and it looked like it was embalming tools or whatever. That was really clever. Okay, there is one then. All right, that's good. That's good. I don't know how I'm supposed to... I'm just going to write that down for now, and I'll adjust numbers later. Ooh! Okay, okay. That makes sense. So this is 700 out of 700, so it's full. No effects. Hey, Agnan! We're looking at a contest entry for BMWs. They're a trading guild, by the way. A housing contest. It was for their guild only. And they're lovely people, so if they do have minimums, but if you do like want to be in a housing, not a housing, a trading guild, they're a very good one. They are great. The green, of course, is the spooky color. With the red, though, it looks almost a little Christmassy. I'm not really sure. Oh, those things are so gross. So I don't know what to expect because I'm not going to just go into this thinking it's definitely going to be fully Halloween-y, but there is a lot of scary stuff in here, so we'll just go with the flow. Nice hidden lighting. Yeah, working together, there's somebody else who does that too. I forget his name. He's a streamer. And that's his, like, signature thing he puts together. Oh, somebody died. Red and green in all of his bushes everywhere. I forget his name. Sure, let me see. I have a kind of an off-topic question. I tried to go to the EU server and see more housing, and when I try, it tells me this computer has not been authorized and tells me a code has been sent, but the email never gets there. No. No, it should work. And I don't know why it would tell you that at all. Why would you need... You shouldn't need... Are you using a different computer? For some reason? When you go to EU, you could do it on the same computer. In fact, you probably should, so you have less problems. That's interesting. So that's a top of a bed and... I think you have a bigger problem. Maybe an email issue? Like it has the wrong email for you, first of all. And secondly, are you using a second computer? Or some way where you're like a different person on the computer, like if you switch profiles? Do you have, by any chance, cloud... whatchamacallit, the like OneCloud or OneDrive or Cloud Drive or whatever, because Cloud Drive and OneDrive both have really weird shit that can happen to it. Oh wow, this is gorgeous. Look at how creative that is. Oh wow. So you'll notice when I switch over to EU, all I do is I log out, I select the EU server, and then I just log right back in. That's the way it's supposed to work. Wow. This is wild. There's so much going on in here. Oh, wow. What is this? D&D? Wow. Look at all this D&D. It's so complex. They've got... Or is this... What's that Catan game? No, it's got to be D&D. Look at that. Look at that fold there. That's wild. This is just a really intricate... This is just a really intricate thing. Yeah, you may have... That makes no sense. Really? Amazing. Why is somebody dead over here, though? Did they lose or win and somebody didn't like it? More gaming. This is crazy gaming. Good. It is so cool. Oh, that's beautiful. What a beautiful, what do you call it? Fountain. Words are hard. There's just so much going on in here. Nice flooring. Interesting flower arrangement. And then they blocked off this room with Dark Mother. That makes perfect sense. All right, so because it's bugging me, I'm going to just try to show you what I do. And since... Okay, so let's say I'm on NA right now. I log out, right? Do you use Steam or do you use the ZOS login? And this will go for any of you who have this problem or want to start a character over at EU. I know, right? Isn't it insane? So then it'll go back to your characters and you have to hit back. Right. Now you see up here in the upper left-hand corner where it says server NA? You go server EU. And then you hit login. And it'll just do it. That's all you need to do. If it gives you some other error, that's just utterly bizarre because it's the same exact account. And then if you want to switch back, you hit back. Change this back to NA. Boom. That's all it should do. I'm not really sure. That is so freaky. Here's the thought. I wonder if you have your name somehow was taken by someone else, like your username was taken over there. I don't know how that would work, but I wonder if that's something that could happen. I don't know. That's really odd. Shit. Tell you what. Hold on. I'm going to start it in another window. Is anyone on EU right now? If you're on EU right now, can you see if you can send a mail to somebody with Faywin's exact username? Is that your username on EU, Faywin? Exactly what you have? Just want to test my theory. I mean, it shouldn't work like that, but just in case it does. But it shouldn't work that way, but it might. Your user is Faywin spelled like that on NA. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Your name could be so old from, like, early on that it was ported, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. When you're out of combat, she screams. Sorry, I had to. That was just funny. Thank you. As soon as Faywin answers, yeah, could you try to send a dummy mail to someone named with that username, Bones? See if, just say testing or something. Great, now my... One of my ESOs crashed. I've got two of them open and they're crashy. Okay, there we go. Now, whose name is this that I'm looking up? Eart. Like Earth without the H. Okay. Eart. Oh god, every Earth tear is gonna come up. Which was a velothi. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone to this person's house. Same as Feywind. And that would explain why they would be sending an email to someone else's account. That would just be really freakish if that worked that way. Ooh! This poor person's gonna get tons of test mails and be like, what? Unknown player. Then it shouldn't be that. Crap. I really don't know, Faywin. You're gonna definitely have to open a ticket. I'm lost at this point. That was my only thought. Utterly bizarre. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not off in theory. Like this, I don't know. I don't know, I tried. So we got a library, but this seems like an evil cathedral. Might just be the blood giving me that impression, I don't know. You're welcome, I'm sorry I couldn't help. I troubleshot all the things that I know. Too bad Cardi isn't here for you. But he's impossible to find. Sithis and a gargoyle and a bat. I think we're evil. Skellies. Ooh. Spideys, creepy dog, bats. Like, even when I try to summon Cardi, I usually can't. I'm burning myself running over candles here. Noms. Alright, we definitely have a vampire house. Don't be afraid to close off places the way that this person did. It's a really smart way to limit, you know, your size so that it, your theme works, first of all, and secondly, so that you have enough items to fill the whole thing. Lots of Sithis in here. This is a very creepy house. Sithis gives me the icks. Sithis and Dark Mother. Actually, I think Dark Mother gives me more icks than Sithis. Because Sithis is nobody. Like, he's a nothing, you know? But Dark Mother is like a psycho who slit her 5 children's throats, you know? Really interesting colors. Nocturnal out here. Disposing of, I guess that they could consider it compost after they eat. You know? It could be. Alright. Deleterium. Alinor. That's allowed. It's fine. Okay, we have not been there. Deleterium. Alinor. I'm thinking they mean Alinor crest. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Yawn. And you know what? When you find out, Faywin, let us know what it was so that I can help someone else if this should happen again. All right. We've got some sort of bunks, but with people with babies. A science-y / museum-y room? No, museum. You don't use pillows like that for anything but a museum, I don't think. Pretty clever idea, too. I haven't seen too many people using pillows in their museum. And this is the kitchen. So far, this doesn't seem very scary. This seems cheery. Thank you. All right, catch you later. Wait, I went the wrong way. More museum-y type. I keep seeing something fly through the air, and I'm a little concerned about what it is. Master bedroom? Ooh, lots of things that they've earned. Desks, study area, library. Okay, I really am curious to see if it's like gonna turn into hell itself out here. Yes, it did. I was wondering. I was like, wait, there's nothing scary up until now, but it's like, okay, it's outside. I like to imagine that the school like put together a haunted house outside for their students to enjoy. I really want to imagine that that's what's going on. Arcade. Yeah, they even have a spot for people to play games. Here, come on and sit outside and play games in the Halloween garden. Man, I miss that stuff. Going to a corn maze and getting apple cider donuts and warm cider and pumpkins. None of that's gonna be happening. Sad. Oh well. But that's how I see this. And I think it's really cute. Bobert. Have I seen your exorcised, Mr. Bobert? No. Bobert 100. I totally think of it that way. Oh, that's true. I could make my husband cook for me. My hubby is so good about cooking. He is just a sweetheart. I really owe him. I usually have, like I said, after the stream, I kind of lose all my energy. 269, more than half. I kind of lose all my energy after the stream, and I sort of poop out. And is this not done yet? Because there's just sticks laying here. Maybe it's in progress. No, the rest of it, no, I think it's in progress. I can't tell for sure. Some parts look in progress, but other parts look like they're done. Like these things here look in progress, but this all looks done. But my husband, he's like always willing to cook and take care of things, and he works so hard. And then on top of, yeah, this isn't done yet. On top of everything else, it just seems like it's a lot to take on, and I really appreciate it. Blood Eye. Whose house? Exorcised. We have not seen Blood Eye's exorcised. You know, I feel sorry for him that he ended up with someone who's so broken. But it is what it is. He picked this. He didn't have to. Ooh! Full, first of all. Secondly, Stickoween! Sorry. Stickoween. It is pleasing to me. Somebody remembered Stickoween and used all the sticks from Stickoween. Man, I wish I had kept all my sticks. Because you could do something. Oh, look at the spiders just so naturally walking across the ground. That is well done. Oh, this is creepy as hell. Really good job already. Nice lighting. What is the Chater doing other than escaping? Wonder what he's up to. Nice use of the white mushrooms. You know, when you're going into a house, like an urban house or, you know, urban exploring, or a house that just hasn't had anything in it in a while, the mold that you need to worry about, the mushrooms you need to worry about, are white. If you see white mushrooms and mold, it can kill you, like, fast. So get the fuck out of there. Speaking as someone who did mold litigation It's the white stuff you gotta worry about. So seeing all this white stuff is very, what's the word? Intimidating or creepy at us. Wow, even she has stuff growing off of her. That's really interesting. I like it. We used to have lecturers come in and tell us things about mold and mushrooms. It was utterly fascinating, and I mean that totally not seriously. So wonder what's going on in here. Just chopping people up. I feel like this witch has a lot of interaction with mushrooms. Not sure why. Nicely done. Very creative. I like it. It's different, you know? Again, with the different. Okay. Blacktree. Wait, let's check this first. I don't think I've seen anything by that person, but you never know. Blacktree. And this will be our last one for this contest. But do exclamation point potato, PCMA, PCVU if you want 50,000 gold. And then I will raffle it off. And then we'll do one more after this. Just make sure you're entered. Okay, we have 267 out of 400. Again, more than oh, bonfire. Pyre, actually, because there's a dead body on it. You see it? Wonder what's going on in here. Sort of stickoween. Stickoween on fire. Lots of bones and stuff. I wonder if the Daedrat's behind all this. Nom nom. If it takes a little bit, A, you may already be entered, or B, it just may take a little bit because it's slow. And this is like a swampy area. Hi, woo. It is a good pyre. Very realistic looking. Wonder what's going on in here. Whoa! I can't interpret. What do you think this is? Fish and ivory. I honestly don't know. That's a very curious... I don't know. Interesting. I'd love to know what was behind that story. Like, what's that story is all about, because there's clearly something going on with that. I just don't know what it is. Weird. Alright, let's do one more. Rando. Do something kind of smallish. Bone polishing. Maybe? Oh lord, this will be scary. Joyous One's Lament Configuration, Kragenhome. Okay, so just so you know, Lament Configuration is from, what's the one with Pinhead? I can't remember. The movie with Pinhead in it. Hellraiser. So remember Hellraiser. So it may be entirely terrifying. I would expect heads everywhere. Well, there's definitely things eating bodies on the walls. Lots of weirdness. Things looking organic make a lot of sense. This, ooh. Here we go. There is, one of the guys is actually just like this. What is the Hellraiser guy? Oh, God. The one who is stretched out into skin. Cenobites. There is a Cenobite that's stretched like that. I can't remember. That's freaky, though. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's freaky as hell. He kind of gets pulled apart like that, doesn't he? All the heads. I think you're... Oh, and there's the Lament Configuration box. Okay, wow, you really did get it. I think you did a good job, Joyous. I think it tells it... I mean, it's pretty... Yeah, Brazil right there. Hey, Nova Dragon. Yeah, I think you got it. Like, this strikes me as very, Hellraiser-y. I mean, I get it. The heads, the stretchy dude, the box itself, right? Nicely done. And all of the like, things that seem alive. Oh, those are the Cenobites appearing in. Okay. I saw one over here. I didn't know if that was a Cenobite or not. Ugh. I guess up there. They would, too, those creeps. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, that looks... Yeah. Very good. You know what you should do? Seriously, Joy. Get a bunch of spoons and stick, or spoons or knives, the really small ones, and stick this in this guy's head and have him be Pinhead. If you put a bunch of spoons or knives, like the little ones, in there, you know the kind I'm talking about, like the little veteran spoons or whatever the hell they're called, or knives, you could make him be Pinhead. It would be awesome. Great job. I guess he does look like that, but if you... Maybe you could pick a different one, but I really think you could get away with that. I don't know. What am I talking about? Whatever. I know it's 20 minutes till J-Heart, but I am done for the day. I'm pooped. So I'm going to take off and catch you all tomorrow and hopefully feel a little better then. But happy building, guys, and good job, Joyous. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. So, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Wait, I didn't pull the contest. Let me pull the contest real quick. If you left, I'll... The winner is... Homerian. I will send you your monies. Alright, now I talk to you later.